Hello there, and welcome to the extremely powerful session today, where we're going to talk about something which is critical to the growth of a business and a business owner. This is about building an organization, building a team, and what are the critical mistakes which every business owner must avoid while building your business. Now, team, people are essential element for your growth. Now, if you wish to thrive and take your business to the next level, something which is truly important for you to focus on is your ability to recruit the right talent. लोग बोलते हैं ना, सही आदमी मिलता है तो टिकता नहीं, right? So how do you do that? How do you recruit the right talent? And well, how do you retain the right talent? Now, if you are not equipped with the mechanism and the mindset to acquire the right talent for your business, no matter how good you are as a business owner, no matter how good your product is, how good your service is, after sales is, systems are, you will always remain in the firefighting zone, which will never become an enabler for your growth. Rather, it will become a big barrier for achieving exemplary results and extraordinary growth. And we in business always aim to get extraordinary growth, and the growth gets stunted. It stops being reality because we are not able to build an organization which will take care of the critical aspects of business. Rather than that, we are just trying to do everything on our own. So actually, हम businessman नहीं, superman बन जाते हैं, right? So how do you come out of that Superman syndrome? Salman Khan the fan, Superman Salman the fan, and how do you exactly become the real business owner which you always intended to? You need to equip yourself with certain things, and you need to avoid some critical mistakes. Now, I know you have a lot to learn. I know there's a lot of things you need to focus on doing right. But at least my agenda today is I should tell you what not to do, which will drag you back so much behind that coming back to the forefront will become very difficult. So at least you will know the mistakes and the grave errors which you should avoid under any circumstances. So pull out a pen and paper, get ready to go into the world and make a lot of notes, continue writing until the session is over, because this is going to blow your mind. People who have joined in late, don't worry, I'm going to just quickly revise what we have done so far. I have already introduced the topic. The topic for the day is critical recruitment mistakes to avoid while building the business. Certain things you must not do, right? There's lots you must do, but today's session is about a few things which you cannot do under any circumstances, because that will take you behind in your business and not allow you to grow. One of the essential elements to thrive in the business world is ability to recruit and retain right talent. You can start making notes, guys. Pull out a pen and paper, write down, otherwise you will not remember everything, because I'm going to go fast. And if you're not writing, you will not remember, you will not recall, you will not take action. Khaya piya kuch nahi, gilas pada bahar aana. And I don't want that. I want you to really use this in your real life so it helps you to grow your business. That's what my intention is. Okay, so if you are not equipped with the right mechanism and the mindset so that you can get right talent in your business, no matter how good your product or service is, you will always remain in the firefighting zone. So you need to evolve, you need to change your mindset, you need to get the skill set to recruit and retain right talent. Otherwise, tum chakki piecing for the rest of your life. And I'm sure you don't want that, because you want to do a business, not have some yatna like a kaidi, right? You don't want that. Now, I have interacted with hundreds and thousands of business owners over a decade. And today, I'm going to share with you some very critical mistakes that most business owners, I repeat, most business owners make when they approach recruitment in their business. So let's look at these mistakes. And the idea is to help you to avoid them, right? Not start doing it. Okay. So mistake number one, pen and paper out, write down, make notes. Otherwise, you not remember anything. Mistake number one, being reactive in recruitment. Now, let me explain you the meaning of this. This is one mistake most of us make, and this is what we do. We start looking to recruit a new person, only one the previous one has left. उसके लास्ट डे तक या नोटिस पीरियड तक या छोड़ के जाने के 15 दिन बाद तक we are not aggressively looking for a replacement. Now, this is something which always hurts a business. And what I suggest is that you have to become proactive in recruiting the right people for the right roles in your business. Now, what is the meaning of the word recruiting proactively? Let's understand. Proactive recruitment means the moment an existing employee even shares an intention, listen to me very carefully. The moment an existing employee even shares an intention to leave, in that moment, you should put all the forces into finding a replacement. Even if you're trying to retain the guy, even if you're trying to have a conversation and pacify the guy and maybe find a way you can work together, no matter what you are doing, the moment you get an inkling that this guy might leave, ho sakta hai, 5, 10%, 20% chance, boom, go full force into finding a replacement. Because if he leaves, then you will have to do all the work or somebody else has to do. And it will lead into drop of efficiency, which will impact your business result. I promise it always does. So a point number A, you can write down, point A in your first major mistake is become proactive. That means the moment you get a sense, jump. If you get a resignation, double jump. Okay. Point number 1B, write down. Point number 1B, do not stop yourself at first confirmation. That means you start recruiting for the role, you interviewed a couple of candidates, you offered somebody a role, and the guy says, I will join in 5 days, 10 days, 20 days, 1 month. Entrepreneur stop. Mil gaya na? The reality is, for a small and medium enterprise, there is a huge difference between a person confirming you that he will join and the person actually showing up and joining for that role. There is a big gap. 100 log bolte hain, to 50 log hi aate. So then, the way I suggest you operate is, you look to, if you want one role, you want one replacement, look to hire 2 or 3 people, so that by any chance, some of them does not join or joins and leaves in 3 days, or is not a cultural fit for the organization, you always have another 1 or 2 people to bank on. And whenever you put somebody on roll, always put for 15 days trial period. Always. Because if the person does not match your requirement, you can't retain the guy. The guy is a misfit. You pay him for the time he has worked, but then you cannot live with a misfit. That's a strategy which you need to use if you're a micro, medium, small or medium enterprise. Now, this does not mean that you tell both of them that you're hired and you're confirmed and you're joining. You tell them that you've been shortlisted. You start a 15 or 30 days trial period. If everything is okay, we'll convert trial into probation. Probation is 6 months, and then we will confirm. And in case either of you or 3 of you or 2 of you don't fit, we'll pay you for the days you have worked. That's about it. Because if you are misfit, it's bad for you, it's bad for me. Now, what this essentially does is, it makes you both fair and square with the team member you're getting on board, that they're on a trial and they fit, they will go along. If they're fitting the company culture, then you'll retain them. If they're fitting the job description, the role they're able to do, they're happy and you are happy. You will keep them. Otherwise, 30 days will get to know whether they're retained or they're not retained. Now, that's what you do to make sure that you never have an empty desk. Never. You have 2 better than 0. Remember this. This is being proactive. This is being doubly alert. This is being triply alert. Otherwise, you as a business owner will get stuck so badly that you will be doing the maximum work. Your team will get burnt out if they're with you, and eventually it will not lead to any success. So be very smart and very sharp about that. So mistake number 1, not being proactive. Mistake number 2, write down pen and paper. Hiring for task and activity and not for roles. Oh, ye kya hai? Listen to this. This is another challenge for many small and medium enterprises, that they don't see recruitment as a role. They think recruitment is a bunch of tasks which people need to do. So what I mean by that is, let me give you a simple example. Many business owners come to my programs, to my workshop, and whenever I go through some marketing session, many of them will realize that they need to take action in digitizing. That means they need to understand Google ads or Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads, something. Now, the mistake they do is the moment they get out of my workshop, they start hiring somebody who can run FB ads, Facebook ads, or Google ads, or somebody who can run a Facebook ad, right? Or an Instagram ad. Now, the right approach is to hire a marketing executive or a marketing manager who will have the skill and knowledge of being an online advertiser. Now, please understand the difference in the approach I'm saying is that I want to hire a Google ads versus I need to hire a digital marketing expert, not somebody who can run a Google ad. But if you get somebody who can run a Google ad, he will be useless and you will be stuck with that person. Rather than a digital marketing executive or digital marketing assistant manager or digital marketing manager will be able to create a marketing plan and then even execute that marketing plan for you. Not somebody for the task, but somebody for the role. So recruit for the role. Define all the parameters you would want in a role, and suddenly you'll find the guy whom you were recruiting for Google ads is not fit to be a digital marketing executive or digital marketing assistant manager or digital marketing manager. It's a waste of time for you. So get somebody who will be able to take over the whole role and responsibility, not just one or two tasks or activity. Now this shifts and you are able to clearly define the right talent for the right role. So never recruit for a certain task, recruit for a role. That role will be larger, it'll encompassing thinking, organizing, planning, everything put together. And once you have that role, you will be very well settled and you will be able to get the results out of the person. So don't recruit for the task activity, recruit for the whole role. So for that, you need to create a job role document depending on what you want the person to achieve in that area. You will start from the planning, the thinking, and then executing, then reviewing, then reporting. You will be able to create a job role document, or JD bolte na, job description, and then hire for the job description, not for a certain task or activity. Mistake number 3, very powerful. Don't do this mistake. Okay, it could be detrimental. This is a very powerful learning, but a detrimental mistake. Mistake number 3 is hiring people within personal network without mapping whether they have the right attitude, whether they have the right skill, and whether they have the right knowledge. It's really sad. And I've seen so many people hiring from personal network, known people, friends, family, relatives. Somebody says, isko rakh lo. And 99% cases, whenever a small business owner is unable to acquire talent from the market, they start digging from their personal network. Kisi ke janne wala hai, kisi ka reference hai. They won't do that. Many times under desperation, business owner tends to even hire within a family or hire a friend without mapping whether the person has the right attitude, whether the person has the right skill set, right? So person does not have the right attitude, person does not have the right skill set, person does not have the right level of knowledge. Now this thing will hurt you personally and professionally both, because the personal relationship will spoil, and professionally you will not be able to get results from the guy. You will be doing all the work. So when you hire in a desperation, sometimes you just hire because you trust the person or you know the person. See, trusting and knowing is not enough. Possessing the right skill, right knowledge, right attitude, that will only lead to performance. Otherwise, the results will be pathetic. And you will get into emotional thing, whether to save the business or save the personal relationship. You will not be able to fire the person because person is from known network. And sometimes even it's difficult to give constructive feedback to drive performance because you know the person. They will not take it the way an unknown person from your professional network will take. So I would suggest you to approach this in the following way. Number 1, if at all you're hiring from a personal network, check whether that particular friend or a family member has relevant skill, knowledge, and attitude to perform the role you want them to hire for. Number 2, If the capabilities are aligned with the new role, then you have to create a ground rule for the working office environment, which is clearly defining the moment you put the foot in the office, you will be professionals. There will be no special treatment. There will be no privileges offered. And just because you're coming from a personal network, and I have had in my life at times where people from a personal network have become part of my associate group, my coaching group, right? My employee database. But the ground rules are very clear, cut and dry. Inside that, I'm not your friend. I'm not known to you. I am the boss, and we're going to deal it that way. And I'm going to give you feedback, sometimes constructive feedback, sometimes maybe a reprimand, whatever is required for the growth in the business and you to come. And if you're not okay with it, please don't join. Be very cut and dry here. Otherwise, you lose a friend or a family member or somebody's reference, or somebody felt bad, or somebody complains to someone that this guy's treating me this way, this is not the way. Because people come with different expectations. So when they come for professional setup, they come with professional expectation. See, anybody getting hurt is only because when their expectation is not matching their reality. It has got nothing to do with you. They have come with an expectation. It's not your fault, but then you will be blamed. Better you set the expectation so they are clear, you are clear. Now, setting this ground rule will help you really in the long way in grooming them, providing them feedback, and actually driving performance. But the first step, I say, avoid from personal network. Trust can be built over a period of time, and that's not primary. Skill, knowledge, attitude is primary. You have a MIS, you have a monitoring system. You really don't have to go to the trust game, right? You don't have to go there. Right? It'll get built over a period of time if you and the other guy gets along together well professionally. Shouldn't be a problem. Mistake number 4, not having multiple sources for recruitment. Now, this is a major mistake I see many entrepreneurs making is they're resistant in creating more than a single solution, a single option to recruit people. They have maybe 1 or 2 consultants, they're only dependent on that. They do certain ads in Naukri.com, maybe they're dependent on that. Maybe they do a paper ad, they're only dependent on that. They're just myopic. They have only few options to recruit. Now you have a timeline to follow, you have a business to run. So if you need to be effective, your recruitment system needs to be effective. And you must have multiple sources for recruiting people. And what could be these multiple sources? You can write down. You can have LinkedIn, very powerful source for recruitment. You can have Naukri.com and Shine.com and Monster.com and ABCD.com, whatever .coms are there, recruitment portals. You can have plethora of recruitment agents and consultants. Whosoever fills up the position first, the guy is your friend. You can have employee referrals, right? You can have professional referrals. You can be part of forums where people are looking for employees. Now you can have all these things, but my point is you can run Facebook ads, you can run LinkedIn ads, you can run Google ads, you can run so many things to recruit people on a fast track. But my point is you must do all this parallelly. Don't think I will not spend money. I will wait only for one thing to happen. If that happens, then you will end up doing all the work. Your business will get a hit. You will stop getting results and life will suck. So many business owners tell me, sir, I have my recruitment consultant. Few will not work. Get 10, 15, 20, 30. Maintain a database of 40, 50. Make sure that every day you give them target number of CVs you're going to have. Right? Naukri.com, social media, personal network, employee referral, campus recruitment, whatever works for you. Or use all different channels. And this concept is called creating a pipeline. How many CVs you have got? Suppose you have 10 options, 8 placement consultants, 1 Naukri.com, 1 LinkedIn. Let's say 10 channels, 10 sources. Every day you should target to get 1 CV from each. So you get 10 CV, you shortlist, maybe you get 1 guy for a telephonic interview. You might select, you might reject, you go to the next. When telephonic interview is done, then you call for physical interview. When physical interview is done, you call for culture fitment. That could be again done on phone. If everything is okay, then you make an offer with a timeline to join. And in the meanwhile, while you are going ahead with offering someone, you do not stop recruiting. You keep getting CVs until this person joins, spend 3 months, you're still recruiting. Still, don't think, "Aa gaya, 10 din ho gaya, abhi nahi dhoondte." Dhoondte raho. You don't know who will last and who won't. Better to have more CVs, better to have more negotiation, better to have more salary talks, fitment calls, culture fitment, skill and knowledge assessments. Continue doing that. Sometimes you might find the second person is hugely better than the first one. Recruit, put them on board, give them both 30 days, then decide. Pay them money for that. Don't be myopic. Getting a wrong recruitment is very bad, but not getting recruitment is extremely bad. So then you are the chakki piecer, not business owner, you're chakki piecer. And that doesn't work. So all these different channels through which you can look at hiring a right talent within the right timeline, running a pipeline of CV day in, day out, and then those people, when they come on board, your business runs smoothly and actually thrive. So in conclusion, these are the 4 major mistakes with you as a business owner must avoid at all cost. बोलते ना हर कीमत पे avoid करना है. If you do this, you'll have an effective recruitment system in your business and you will be able to grow faster than ever before. And of course, as I always say, you build people, people build business. If you start doing everything, then you'll be nowhere. याद रखो, सब अपन नहीं कर सकते. We need people, we need team, we need growth. And that's the way you do. That's the way, Mahi way. Getting the point? That's how you do it. So hope this helps you. I'm going to give you a quick revision and then I would want you to come to the chat window and type out what did you like the best in the session today and what will you apply from today in your business. Coming up shortly. But before that, I'm going to give you a quick revision of what I've shared so far so that if somebody has missed something, you will again get a hang of it. So mistake number 1, which you must avoid at all costs, is being reactive in recruitment, right? Don't wait for somebody to leave and the table be empty for 15 days and then start looking for a recruitment. So what you should do is called recruiting proactively. The meaning of that, the moment you sense the person might leave, start looking for replacement. If he talks to you, start looking for recruitment. If he talks to somebody else in the company, start looking for recruitment. If he puts in the resignation, start looking for recruitment doubly. So be alert. Then don't stop at first confirmation. At least get 2-3 people on board. Give them 30-day period. Then choose the best. Number two, write down. Second mistake, avoiding at all costs. Don't hire for task and activity. Hire for an overall role. Not for that, mera ye ad chala dega, isko itna aata hai. Hire for the whole role. I give you example of Google ad. Don't hire for somebody who can run a Google ad. Get somebody who's a digital marketing expert, whether executive level, whether assistant manager level, whether manager level, does not matter. But somebody who understands the whole game of digital, just knows how to run an ad. Number 3, hire people. Do not hire people for personal network without mapping their attitude, skill, and knowledge required to be in your business. Just don't do because the person is desperate. Just don't do that you are desperate. And just don't do because you know someone you can trust and that's why you're hiring. All are stupid reasons for hiring. So never do in desperation. Always hire for skills, knowledge, and attitude. So if you're hiring for personal network, then make sure that relevant skill, knowledge, attitude is there. Number 2, put a strict ground rule that office is professional. We are not getting personal anywhere in that. Number 4, recruit from multiple sources, not just 1 or 2, and start creating daily pipeline of CV if you want to fill up the seat fast. So you can have LinkedIn portal, recruitment consultant, job portals, social media, personal network, employee referral, campus recruitment, do everything together, right? Internships, interns, go all out, start getting CV every day, 2, 4, 10 CVs into your email box, give them a call, check their knowledge skills. If everything is okay, tell your company's rule. If they're okay with that, then personal meeting, then culture fitment call, then offer, then timeline, then push them to join and continue recruiting in the meanwhile. Don't stop because somebody will say they are joining, but they don't join. It happens very often. So don't take that chance. So in conclusion, 4 major mistakes to avoid as an entrepreneur. You will rock, you will grow, you will enjoy. और तब मुझे याद रखोगे. All right. So now in the chat window, I want you to come very, very quickly and share with me what was your aha moment today. What was your wow moment today? What your popcorn? The corns are popping. The popcorn. What was the popcorn today? Go to the chat and share with me. What did you like the most in today's training? Also mention what is that one action you will take. Don't take 10 actions. Take one. Amongst whatever you have learned today, what is one thing which you will do from today in your business, which you feel how many business mein fayda hoga, it will be good for my business. Go ahead, write in the chat down your wow learning for the day and one action you will take. Go ahead. Because see, people, if you don't write, you will not commit, you will not do. This will be good gyan ka bandar, right? And it will not change your life. And I don't want that. I want you to change your life. I want you to get results in your life and business. So please don't miss this. Writing part is more important than making notes. Writing your commitment is more important than the learning and the listening, everything. That's the one biggest change which you can do, that you write down, you go for a learning session, you make your learning very clear, and you commit that you will do something. So there are people I can see in the chat windows already started coming. Some people understood that they are reactive in their recruitment. They wait for people to leave. They are late in recruiting new people. Good learning. Good learning. And they try and get one guy. They don't recruit for more people. They wait for the person to come on board. At that time, people don't honor the offer. And they're left in lurch. They don't do the 30-day trial period or a 15-day trial period. They don't get 2-3 people on board is for one role rather than getting only one. And we are micro, small and medium enterprises. We are not large corporate that people will say and they will join, right? So we go through all kind of people, all kind of resources, and many a times people say and they don't join, right? So you understood that. I'm glad to see that so many of you have understood that. Many people have saying we will never hire for personal network. Very good, brilliant. And if you do, then with the skill you should hire, without skill you should not hire, and you should set ground rules. That's also brilliant. Many of you are saying that we will hire for roles now, not for task activity. You have done this mistake, you have repented, that people who come, they don't understand the whole role. They can do only a small part of it and it hurts your business, right? Personal network, very true guys. I understand that. It's very risky. People have got different mindset. Your personal relationships get spoiled. People who refer them, they sometimes get upset. We don't want to get there. Ground rules have to be set. You have to define clearly personal relationships separate. After office, when you're sitting for a dinner, you can be personal. The moment you enter the office, rishta badal jayega. Only then it will work. Otherwise, it will never work, never work, never work. Mama ji, Chacha ji, they never work out, right? And not having multiple, so many of you have realized that you don't have multiple sources of recruitment. You have only one or two. You should have all of these. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, even Google ads you can run. Recruitment consultants are not 1, 10, 15, 20 recruitment consultants. Job portal like Naukri, Monster, Indeed, Shine, right? Personal network, employee referrals, right? Interns, campuses, do everything, whatever you need. Hire more people than you require. Give them 30-day period. Choose the ones which are fitting well, which are culture, mindset, everything. Continue with them. Continue. I can see so many of you getting some wow learning. And I'm very happy that I can see many of you making commitment. I'm glad you're doing that. Because if you're putting in the chat window, that's a commitment you're making to yourself and telling the universe, this is where you want to go and God is going to help you to find solutions. Awesome. Make the statement, put in the chat window, guys. Put in the chat window. Because if you not put, you will not commit, you will not do it. Kuch nahi badlega. So people who have not commented so far, people who have not said anything, you're sitting quietly, make your commitment. What was your wow learning for the day? And what is the one action you will take which will change the way you recruit, which will change the way you run your employees in your company? Go ahead, put down the chat window. Let me read and I will read later as well. And I will comment if required, helping you to improve your learning and to make quality changes in what you have gathered from this session today. So go in the chat window, guys, write down what was your learning today and what will you implement. Now, I'm going to say bye-bye to you, but you are not going to say bye-bye to me because you're going to stay back. All the people who have not mentioned, not share the learning, you're going to stay back and you will put your learning before you leave. But until you put your learning, nothing will change. So go ahead, guys, continue doing that, continue to put your learning, and I will see you other side, another video, very powerful learning, very, very shortly. Take care. God bless. Don't leave without putting learning. I'm going, you're not going. Bye-bye.